Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Later on, next. Good morning. Good morning. I am fine. Thank you. I am fine. Thank you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How are you? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I am fine. Thank you. I am fine, thank you. Good evening, good evening. How are you? Good evening, good evening. I am fine, thank you. I am fine, thank you. Good night, good night. How are you? Good night, good night. I am fine, thank you. I am fine, thank you. Good morning, good morning, RIESI. Good morning, good morning, RIESI. Thank you one and all. Thank you all of you. Okay.
Let us start our program with prayer song which gives us blessings of God, which makes us connection with God and also make inner confidence. So I invite Vasudha, Sumitra, Usha, Varalakshmi for prayer song, which is the technical support of Mr. Venu.
अजं निर्विकल्पं निराकारमेकं निरानन्दमानन्दमद्वैतपूर्णम् परं निर्गुणं निर्विशेषं निरीहम् परब्रह्मरूपं गणेशं भजेमा परब्रह्मरूपं गणेशं भजेमा प्रथम सुमर श्री गणेश गौरी सुत प्रिय महेश प्रथम सुमर श्री गणेश गौरी सुत प्रिय महेश सकल विघ्न भय कलेश दूर से निवारे दूर से निवारे प्रथम सुमर श्री गणेश गौरी सुत प्रिय महेश लंब उदर भुज विशाल कर त्रिशूल चंद्रबाल शोभित गल पुष्पमाला रक्तवसन धारे रक्तवसन धारे प्रथम सुमर श्री गणेश गौरी सुत प्रिय महेश पूर्ण गुण गण निधान सुर मुनि यश करत गाना ब्रह्मानंद चरण ध्यान सकल कार्य सुसारे सकल कार्य सुसारे प्रथम सुमर प्रथम सुमर प्रथम सुमर श्री गणेश गौरी सुत प्रिय महेश. Thank you.
Thought for the day. A good thought gives us energy and make us to go ahead to reach the goals of our lives. Now I call Mr. Viresh to deliver a beautiful thought. Mr. Viresh.
Thought for the day is Janani Janma Bhumisha Swargadapi Gariyasi. In English, mother and motherland are the above the heaven. From the womb to tomb, the only most lovable person on the earth in any country is mother. She takes all burden of us. She takes all lots of the pain to bear us and to make us to grow. On the other side, our motherland means our country. It gives us bread, shelter, security, more than that all these culture and tradition. Every country gives its own culture and tradition to the people. So, Adi Shankara told that one who forgets mother and motherland, they are not fitable to live on the earth or in the heaven, but in the hell. So, let us remind ourselves, let us think ourselves that how many of us really bowing before our mother. So obviously all we bow before the God and pray. But how many of us bow before the mother? So we have to think like that, and we have to make the students to understand the value of mother and motherland. Thank you one and all.
Excellent, sir. I appreciate Mr. Viresh for his great thought which gives us boost. You see, no one can replace the place of mother and motherland. Great thought, sir. Thank you. And now, it is the time to know what happened around us. Hence, I request Mr. Ejaz and his team to present the news of the day.
And welcome to Morning News from RIESI News Channel. Let's start our news headlines with our reporters. The international news will be reported by Ejaz. Okay, Ejaz, tell me international news.
Okay, Venu, here is the world news. Aluminium jumps 8.5% to $2,730 after China cancelled exports tax rebates. Investors stepping back from biggest losers in Donald Trump's trade war. Myanmar air strikes indiscriminately target civilians, says rights group. Israeli strikes kills 11 as Lebanon ceasefire efforts appear to gain steam. Pak's Punjab government uses artificial rain in cities to combat pollution. This is just what you will.
Okay, thank you, Ejaz. Mr. Nandakumar will report national news. Okay, Nandakumar, tell me the national news.
Okay, Venu, here is the national news. Sunrise meth and 80 kg cocaine seized off Gujarat coast, yet arrested. Punjab and Haryana are once again locked in a battle over Chandigarh. Second edition of the RNG Sahitya Samman today in New Delhi. 10 children die in Jhansi Medical College fire due to electric short circuit in Uttar Pradesh. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi on Friday accused Prime Minister Narendra Modi of being a puppet of billionaires. Okay, over to you, Venu.
Okay, thank you, Nandakumar. The state news will be reported by Pushpa. Okay, Miss Pushpa, please tell me the state news.
Okay, Venu, here are the state news headlines. Modi government cutting Karnataka's share in tax revenue to stop funding for guarantee schemes, Siddharamaiah. Karnataka High Court notice to state government BCCF on plea by Minister KJ George's son. Karnataka government in dilemma over minority tax from institutions. Team Naidu working overtime to set the house in order, says Andhra Pradesh Finance Minister Payyavula Keshav. Konda Vishweshwar Reddy supports amendments to Work Act. In RIESI Bengaluru, Kartika Purnami and Guru Nanak Jayanti festivals are well celebrated. Over to you, Venu.
Thank you, Pushpa. Mr. Bhagwan will report sports news and weather news. Mr. Bhagwan, please tell me the sports and weather news.
Okay, Venu, here is sports news. India vs South Africa, 4th T20 League. Tilak Verma, Sanjay Samson, both smash centuries against hapless South African bowlers. India beat South Africa by 135 runs to win series 3-1 in Johannesburg. Magnus Carlsen says very satisfying after battering India's rising stars to win rapid title. Haryana Semar Ansul Kamboji scripts history, picks 10 wickets is an innings. Virat Kohli's loss of form due to technique, not age, Sanjay Manjrekar. My aim is to get back into the T20. KL Rahul. Other news. Today's minimum temperature in Bengaluru is recorded at 19 degrees and maximum temperature expected to go is as much high as 27 degrees Celsius. Throughout the day, the temperature is likely hover around 27 degrees. Over to Venu. Thank you.
These are today's news headlines. Thank you for watching.
Every day has its importance. Every day is a new opportunities to start and make progress towards our goal. I would like to invite Mr. Bhagavan, make us to know the importance of the day.
Good morning, our respected teachers. Would like to share the importance of the day. Today, World Tolerance Day, celebrated on November 16th each year. It emphasizes the importance of fostering tolerance, mutual respect, and understanding among people of different backgrounds, cultures, religions, and beliefs. It was established by the United Nations in 1995 to promote peace, social harmony, and the acceptance of diversity in an increasing interconnected world. The significance of this day lies in the recognition that intolerance, discrimination, and prejudice are major contributors to conflict, violence, and inequality. We don't forget of our father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, got freedom with their weapons like truth, peace, and non-violence. So, my dear friends, by promoting tolerance, we can work towards creating societies wherever on one, regardless of their differences, can coexist peacefully and contribute to the common good. Thank you, my dear respected friends.
About importance of the day, Mr. Bhagavan delivered excellent importance of the day. Thank you, sir. And now, health tips. Health is wealth. Health plays an important role in our daily life. That's the reason why I invite Mr. Nandakumar to give us health tips.
Good morning to one and all. One apple for day, no doctor. One tulsi leaf for day, no cancer. One lemon for day, no fat. One cup of milk for day, no bone problem. 3 liters water for day, no disease. Best sleeping time is 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. Don't take your medicine with cold water. Answer phone calls from left ear only. When phone's battery is low, don't answer the call because the radiation is 1000 times stronger. Share this with your loved ones and follow Health is Wealth. Have a beautiful day, all of you. Thank you, one and all.
Okay, very good. Nandakumar, you give helpful health tips. And now let us move to the yesterday's reflections, which enhance our teaching skills and useful to our students. Now I invite Tapsa Ara to remain as the previous day's morning session.
Say again,
Tapsam Ara. Tapsam.
What Tapsam?
Tapsam. Okay.
Good morning to everybody. I am immensely pleased that today I have been provided an opportunity to present the morning session report of 10th day RIESI. In the name of God, the most beneficent, The 10th day of RIE was initiated with a prayer by Mr. Santosh and Karthik, and anchoring was done by Mrs. Sumalata. As Hitesh sir clarified that prayer is not a ritual that depends on closing our eyes and putting on holy faces and asking for luxuries, but it is acts. That is A. Appreciate God, C. Confession, T. Thanking God for what we have, and S. Supplication. Mr. Santosh sir and Karthik sir presented an effective prayer which purified our soul and indeed brought positive vibes. Secondly, we had a very good thought presented by Madam Savitri. Everything is easy when you are busy, nothing is easy when you are lazy. Through this act, we realized that if we want to be successful in any walk of life, hard work is a necessity. We were waiting for the news headlines, but we were stunned as we could not find the news anchors near the mic. But instead, to our astonishment, news anchors appeared on the RIESI Bengaluru news channel. It was really innovative, and hats off to the news anchors Santosh sir and Shankar sir with special effects by Ramesh sir. The news anchors with their innovative anchoring helped us to stay informed through the international news, national news, state news and sports news. Morning's session report was presented by Hasina Madam. Madam covered almost all the points of the previous day. It was clear, concise and objective. She delivered a very fluent language followed by accuracy. Afternoon session report was presented by Shiprasad sir. Sir was confident enough in his presentation and summarized the afternoon session detailing. Importance of the day was presented by Soumya Madam. She updated us with a pleasant picture of Guru Nanak Ji and explained that 15th November commemorates the birth anniversary of Guru Nanak, the first Sikh Guru. Then the fifth group presented ravishing action song. When I pray to the Lord, the birds in the air, the fish in the sea sings alive, chingara chingara. The song, chingara chingara. The song was sung in normal pace, slow motion and speed motion. It was really appealing and we enjoyed a lot. Then Kartika Purnami was celebrated in RIESI with great grandeur by the fifth group by lighting diyas, which looked awesome, and it motivated all of us to sing Hachevu Kannada Deepa. It was really fascinating. We missed Dr. Usma Madam's presence here yesterday for her feedbacks, but we were lucky enough to have Hitesh sir who gave a positive feedback to the fifth group and started the morning session. As it was the class of a person with a great sense of humor, I would like to crack a joke. A newly passed surgeon was performing first operation of his career. As the operation ended, he knelt down with his head upwards and said, "Oh God, accept my first gift for you." Hitesh sir took about teacher classroom behavior. Sir asked us to give some do's as to what a teacher has to do, and we all came out with a number of do's such as teacher should be a role model, motivator, he should be well organized and focused, he should use hand gestures and allow them to ask a number of questions. Sir, with his great sense of humor, engaged us in our work and inspired us and motivated us to reach our full potential. Through his saying, Sir stressed that planning a lesson is very important and quoted, "If you plan to fail, you will not fail. But if you fail to plan, you will fail." Do's were then followed by don'ts. Sir elucidated that teachers should never give negative comment. Teachers should never interrupt students when they are trying to express themselves. We were so very engaged with Hitesh sir class that we were not aware that it was a time for break. That is tea break. After the tea break, the hours were used for photo session, and all were busy capturing photos with their groups, and all the credit of capturing photos and videos goes to RIESI YouTuber Ramesh sir. Hats off to you, sir. Before going to the next session, another joke, because we have to end Hitesh sir class after a joke. Wife asks husband, "Do you know the meaning of wife? W-I-F-E." Husband says, "Yes, of course I know. It is without information, fighting every time." Wife says, "No, it is with idiot forever." The next session was taken over by Taskia Madam. Madam, with a great accent of pronunciation, explained us regarding story writing. That is, a story is an account of imaginary or real people and events told for entertainment. Madam briefed us as to what points are to be kept in mind while writing a story. That is, which genre should we try with? Tragedy, comedy, romantic, suspense, thriller, fictional, adventurous, or socio-fantasy. Where is the story to be placed? Which characters are to be selected? What settings have to be done? And finally, ma'am divided us into groups and asked us to sit in circles and prepare stories, keeping all these points in mind. Madam gave us the genre adventure and the characters Edward, Janet, and Demon, and asked us to construct a story. 2 groups presented the story, and constructive feedback was given by Taskia Madam. That grammatically sentences should be correct and stories should be sequential with a purpose. The rest of the groups were instructed to present their stories in next class. Lastly, Madam assigned us a homework in which we need to write a story on why the cats run behind the rats, or why the dogs chase the cats. And we were instructed to send our stories through the link which ma'am will be providing to us. Thus, the morning session was concluded. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Very nice, simply super, and again, very thankful to Tapasam ma'am. Correct, ma'am? Pronunciation, okay? Now, I invite Mr. Vinayak to end up the previous afternoon session reflections. Mr. Vinayak.
Okay. Welcome to afternoon sessions report. This is Vinayak Naik. After having a palatable lunch, we assembled to the third session. The session was conducted by Dr. Pujagiri ma'am. In this session, she gave a demo how to teach a poem. She also told the teacher should be aware of ways of integrating language theories into practice. All the trainees participated actively in the practice session. We had a tea break at 3 p.m. After tea break, went to our respective rooms to perform language games. Group 4, 5 and 6 went to perform language games. Group 1 and 2 went to library and Group 3 to language lab. At 4 p.m., Group 1, 2 and 3 went to perform language games. Group 4 and 6 to library and Group 5 to language lab. In the last session, Group 6 went to language lab and others went to library. There is one saying, do what you can with what you have, where you are. According to this quote, I am sure yesterday's sessions were useful and fruitful. This is the report of yesterday. For updates, Google www.riesi at group6.com. Follow us on YouTube and Insta. Thank you.
I admire Mr. Vinayak for presenting beautifully from his side. Thank you. Action song. Yes, I know. You are waiting for a wonderful action song presenting by our own participants. Now I invite this. I would like to invite Osha, Vasudha, and all participants of 6th group. Let's enjoy.
I'm a singer from India. We are the singers from India. We are the singers from India. I can play Indian piano. I can play Indian piano. Sarigama, Padanisa, Sarigama, Padanisa. I am a singer
from Indian. We are the singers from Indian. Oh, that.
Indian PP. I can play Indian PP. We are the singers from India. We are the singers from India. I can play Indian tabla. I can play Indian tabla. Takadim, divitaka. Takadim, divitaka. We are the singers from India. We are the singers from India. I can play Indian dolu. I can play Indian dolu. Dallum dakku, dakkum dallum. Dallum dakku, dakkum dallum. We are the singers from India. We are the singers from India. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Thank you.
Okay, let's clap for this energetic song. That is a really beautiful performance. We hope this day inspires you continue your journey of learning and teaching with enthusiasm and commitment. Thank you all for being a part of this program. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, ma'am. Over to ma'am. Thank you. Get this, madam.
What is that?
For today's group photo with ma'am.
Good morning, all of you.
One small request, madam.
A very big hand to Group 6.
Group 6.
He's done my job easier. He's given the list of the participants who presented the morning session today.
We want
You
one
want to
photo.
take a picture?
You ma'am. You.
Okay. A big hand to Bal Subramaniam, the anchor. Most of you are performing for the first time here, so we cannot expect high quality performance, isn't it? Because everybody is a learner here. And I really appreciate the effort that each one of you is putting here. Keep taking up the opportunities, even when you're back in the schools. Take up the opportunities whenever there is some occasion. You say that I'm going to anchor this, I'm going to give the welcome speech, I'm going to talk about it. Good? So these kind of things you will have to do. Only then you will get more confidence. So try to be a little more forceful and avoid repetition of many things. Especially towards the end, you said, I thank you one and all, thank you madam, thank each one of you. So these kind of things will take unnecessary time. So be very crisp. I thank each one of you for giving us a very good performance. Now over to madam. That's fine. So whatever you speak in a very, very crisp manner. Don't repeat much. Yes, and how was the prayer? Vasanta, Sumitra, Usha. Vasudha, that is? Okay. Yeah. Please give a big hand. Yeah. How was the thought? By Veeresh Hiramat. Good thought. Yes, ma'am. Please give a big hand. And news. Ejazuddin, Pushpa and team. How was the news today? News reading. How was the presentation? Very. I am really happy that every day you're coming up with something different. Yesterday also I just saw yesterday's report which was presenting. You had a news channel from RIE. So that's the reason why I kept this news. Because one, of course, your own way of reading the news will improve, and then the different kinds of presentations. When you're watching so many channels these days, we have to get something from the media also, isn't it? So this is the right opportunity where you can showcase your own talents and try out many new things also. So your creativity is left loose. Alright, now the importance of the day, Bhagwan. Yes. Good reading. Okay, next we had very good health tips Tips were also good, and the way he just gave it was also good. Very crisp and quick. Please give him a big hand. Next, Tabasu Mara's morning session report. Very extensive. Please sit down. Good language. And she had her own enough stresses everywhere. So, some places you could just minimize it. Too much of emphasizing of the stress was there. And detailedly we don't say, we just say in detail. Okay? Good. You took pains to write on many things there. And then the afternoon session report, Vinayak, good. Good report, although the afternoon had major portion was about the group activities, but then the way he was reading it was also good. Instead of just saying one group there, one group then. So, giving a report is also very important. See, when you have a graph, instead of just mentioning, please sit down. In this year, this happened, that happened in this year, but then comparatively, and then however, then every new sentence should begin with a different word. Okay, so these kind of things, although it is a repetitive work, but then you need to use some linkers. So, good, did well. And then the action song was very energetic. Wasn't it? Yes. Okay, we had again Vasudha, Usha and all the 6 group members. Good. And then Indiana, we don't say Indian. Indian. Please say Indian. Indian. Not Indian. Because children will learn. Whatever you say, children will also learn. Alright? Fine. Now we are going to have, so a very big hand to all the members. Technical support, okay. The team here, we have the permanent technical support member here. On his own, a big volunteer. Please give both of them a very big hand.